Here are a bunch of ideas and features that I think should be added to Grow a Garden. In this video, I'm going to be covering every idea and fan-made idea that I have seen that I think needs to be added to Grow a Garden. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe because we're on the road to 150,000 subscribers, and I would appreciate if you guys did subscribe. Also, make sure to join the Discord link in the description below. We have item notifiers, trading channels, and a lot more, so make sure to join the Discord. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into the very first new feature slash idea. So, guys, the first idea is actually going to be over in the Discord server. Someone posted this, and I think this is actually a pretty cool event idea, and this is going to be the fossil event. So as you can see, it's basically it has to do with fossils, and you can grow and dig up fossils. It honestly looks like a pretty cool concept from the different images that they've sent in the Discord. Now, again, this is not official. This was not made by the developers of the game. This was fan-made. You can see some different fruits that you would find that are fossilized. And then another cool leak we have right here is some new trees that would probably go along with this update. You have the amber blossom, the pomegranate, the date, the hedgehog cactus, the plum, and the black tulips. These are all some pretty cool ideas. These were all posted by the Everdale Top. I think these are a pretty good idea. And then on top of that, so this is going to be the sandstorm event or whatever. I think it would be honestly pretty cool if you incorporated another idea that was already stated above, which is going to be the archaeological event. So you have 2 different weekends for this event. That way it's going to last 2 weeks. So you have the dig site shop, event shop, buy, event pets, season gear, fossil dealer. So again, like we saw below in that image, you have the fossil dealer, weather events, tropical rainstorm, players dig for fossil rewards, crops also get fossilized. Fossilized dealer will ask for fossils in exchange for rewards. Now the next thing is going to be the fossilized mutation, the amber mutation. These are going to be 2 new ones. Cracked stone texture plus value boost, crops encased in ember, value boost. So honestly, I think that's pretty cool so far, but then that's not where they stop. The next thing they do is they have a bunch of new pet ideas, which would be a dinosaur. I don't know how to say that, a botulosaurus, something like that. I just butchered that. That was really bad. But it's going to buff the chances of eggs hatching. You have the T-Rex, you have the raptor buffs player speed, you have the dodo, the mammoth, the direwolf, the predasaur. You have this dinosaur, I don't know how to say that. And then you have the trike. You're also going to have some new crops, the amber blossom, the prehistoric fern, the prehistoric mushrooms, the date, and the vanilla orchard. It's going to be in the seed shop. So that's honestly pretty cool. And that would just be in their update 1. Then you have the fossilized egg, fossilized, you have the rex tooth, raptor claw, but there's just so much stuff here. I feel like this would make a really good update. Then you have update 2, which is going to be extinction. So the volcano eruption. So a volcano in the map, molten rocks that give mutation to the crops they hit, ashfall. So this is going to be the weather events. Then you have mutation. So you have the molten mutation, the ashen mutation. And then we also have a bunch of new pets. I'm not going to go through all of these, but there's skeleton ones. Then you have the new crops, the volcanic plum, the pomegranate, black tulip, hedgehog cactus, monster. Then you have the new items, the extinct egg, and then some cosmetic. So honestly, I feel like this would go really, really well if we had it on top of these right here. And I feel like this is kind of a follow-up for that. But this one does have a little bit different. I don't think it was made by the exact same person, but I honestly think that's a pretty good update idea. And I do like how it's being visualized right here. I feel like that's pretty cool. So that is the first update idea that I think needs to be implemented in the game at some point. I feel like it's really cool and it would make for a really great update inside of the game. The next thing, which I did say in one of my other videos, was the trading system being added to the game. I did get a little bit of feedback when I mentioned this the first time, and they were saying stuff like they shouldn't be able to trade seeds because seeds are too rare. And I do pretty much agree with that because I feel like if you added seed trading, then rarity wouldn't really matter anymore. There would be, all of that would be able to be gotten. But I feel like pretty much everything else should be able to be traded with a system similar to this with a chat and basically where you can accept and all that. Honestly, the developers would have to work out all of the little issues with it that would come up. But I feel like adding this would have more positives than negatives in the long run. And I still do think the trading feature would be a great option to add to the game. Obviously, this is not official, but I do feel like if they added this would make a lot of people really, really happy. So something to consider definitely in the future. I do like the way it's all built up and set up. So pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at the next idea. This is another grow a garden concept. I don't know who came up with this, but it is in the Discord server. So, and it's basically the inspector, which is going to inspect the mutations on a selected fruit, which has 20 different uses. Now, here's what's going to get interesting, guys. This doesn't actually even need to be this isn't even a concept that needs to be there anymore because there is actually a new leak. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. They added a new leak that's going to show you what the mutations are on your cactus or whatever plant you have. So cactus, wet plus shock. That's going to be new in the next update, I believe, because that's what they posted in the leak server. So pretty excited for that. This in itself is going to help a lot. It's I know it's just like a little small leak, but they're going to add a lot of quality of life updates in this next cosmetic update. And I'm hoping that this is a insane update just like we hope for. And I honestly think it will be. They've been doing a pretty good job with the updates so far, in my opinion. So yeah, so the inspector tool won't even be needed because you're going to have this, but I just wanted to show you that. So yeah. Also another thing, this isn't really an idea or concept, but this is, I think someone's going to be posting UGC items soon with all of these different things that you can buy. I don't know if that's true, but they were just saying 4 more days till I'm able to upload these. I hope you're ready. Grow Garden UGC. So yeah. The next idea is going to be the map design idea. So this is going to be a map design for the actual game. So that way it's not just an open map. Personally, I don't know if the developers would actually add this or not, because I feel like they kind of like the open field concept. I don't know. It's up to them, really. I would be kind of surprised if they did do that. I feel like they like how it's already set up, but really, I feel like that's a cool map idea. I feel like that's a pretty interesting map concept idea. And I feel like maybe some people people would potentially like that. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Whoever made this, shout out to them. This is the next improvement that this person went ahead and actually recommended, which would be more spacing between each plot. Would be a huge improvement. So yeah, that is true. We definitely need more spacing between plots. We do have the expand garden update coming out soon, which I've already kind of gone over. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but I'm going to kind of just scroll up and show you my next favorite idea. And that is going to go ahead and be the volt fruit. The volt fruit, below are pictures of the fruit, trees, 2 trees, and a huge volt fruit tree. So here's a huge volt fruit tree and then basically some volt fruit trees right there. It doesn't really tell you how they plan on getting it, but I do feel like this is a pretty good concept overall. It does look pretty cool. Again, here are some more images of this UGC that this person's trying to upload. So that's pretty interesting. Here are some more ideas that people have come up with for that needs to be added to the game. And this looks like they've had a water idea where they actually have water going into their farm. Then they have some sugar cane, some sea grapes, cattails, sea berries, and seagrass. So honestly, pretty cool idea. I don't know how likely they are to actually add water or any of that to the game, but yeah, pretty nice. The next idea that I want to highlight is basically a little UI that you can toggle that shows you what pets you have. You can call, pick them up. You can call them so they'll come to you, and you can also pick them up. I feel like that would make it a lot easier because I do rage a lot when I'm walking around trying to pick up my pet because, you know, we're moving, so you're having to move the mouse with them, and a lot of times that can be frustrating, especially for people on mobile and stuff like that. So I do feel like that'd be a really good concept to add to the game just for mechanics and all of that. So that one is approved by me. I feel like that's good, and it doesn't really affect anything too much. Now this one is interesting, which goes into kind of the expand update, which would be farm upgrades. So I feel like farm upgrades could look something like this and have category 2 upgrade your farm. Now I don't think that's how they're going to do it, but I do feel like that'd be cool. Now this is an interesting concept overall. I don't think this will be added though, genuinely. So anyways, guys, those are all of the ideas that I think should be added to the game. Shout out to everyone that went ahead and created those designs inside of the Discord server. Anyways, comment down below what you guys think about these ideas. If you have any ideas of your own, also make sure to join my Discord server linked in the description below. Subscribe, comment, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.